Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Butterfly Spirit 314 and I'm back with another video. So like the topic of or the title of this video says, I'm going to talk about what it's like to be a beginner herbalist because that's what I consider myself to be. Many of you who are subscribed to me probably don't know that I'm a beginner herbalist. So I kind of have always had kind of a nudge towards herbs, but when I was a kid, I didn't really catch on to it. When I was a kid, my family would take me to like the farmers market, and I would smell these different spices, and I was just like, I noticed every time I went to the farmers market, the smell of those spices, I just love the smell of the spices. I didn't know that those spices were actually herbs, and I didn't know that those herbs actually had the potential to do things to like help people with different types of conditions. I had no idea about that. And so for a long time, I really didn't connect with, you know, herbs at all, or what we call medicinal herbs or plants. And not every plant is an herb. Not every plant is a not every herb is a well, every herb is a plant, but not every plant is a medicinal herb, if that makes sense. So anyway, I got into working with herbs thanks to a YouTuber. Her name is She of the Woods. And I found her videos to be really helpful because I had tried reading herbal books, but somehow like the herbalist books really didn't work for me. Like I'd get a little bit through it and then I'd kind of just like give up. I think I got all the way through one book, but then when I tried to take notes on it, I just kind of like lost interest in that. I did take a introduction to herbalism class, and I believe it's still on YouTube, I believe. So I took the class, and first time I like got a good way through it, then I stopped like I guess halfway, and then I decided I think it was like maybe a year and a half ago. Maybe a year ago. I decided to just like sit down and just go all the way through it. And so I was able to get all the way through the course. I took all my notes on it, and I still have those notes to this day. So what I decided I wanted to do is I wanted to make like a salve, and so I wanted to like make like a herbal remedy that like a salve to like for like I guess like skin irritations and stuff, and I wanted to do that. And I wanted to learn to make a salve, and so I got this list of videos, which are still on the wall right now. And I got the list of videos, and I was gonna take notes on the videos, but then like when I saw how complicated it seemed to make a salve, I was like, I don't know, not sure if I want to do this, so I kind of gave up on it. So when I came across She of the Woods YouTube channel, um, there was something that she said that really inspired me. And she said, you know, anyone can do this. You're smart enough to do this. And I was just like, really? And so, I saw her getting out into nature and actually being able to like gather herbs and know a lot about herbs. And that like super inspired me. And so, because it inspired me, it encouraged me to get out there and actually get out amongst the plants. And so, I did go and I did start gathering herbs, and actually it's spring again. I actually saw like two herbs. I saw a purple dead nettle plant and I saw a henbit dead nettle plant. And those are two remedies, that two medicinal herbs that I'm really excited to see because I wanted to gather them. But I've already made a lot of tinctures that I still have to like bottle. But I haven't found a syringe to be able to put them into into my like 1 ounce bottles or whatever. I have to find the right kind of syringe. So once I find that, then I should be able to like put them into the 1 ounce bottles and stuff like that. I still want to be able to test out like my different tinctures to see how they make me feel, but I have so many, I haven't even gotten to do that. I want to like put them in a notebook and like see how they affect my body and all that, but I haven't really gotten around to that yet. So I will see when I can find the right one. I did reach out to the herbalist on YouTube, She of the Woods, and she recommended like a place for me to go to actually like to get a syringe, but she said I have to go like to like a farm place in order to get a syringe. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, guys. I had some cookies in the oven and I could not let those things burn because I really like these cookies. Anyway, so like I was saying, I plan to bottle my tinctures and put them in my 1 ounce bottles that I have. But I have to find the right kind of syringe to do that. And once I do have the right one, then I can bottle them. So, for me as a beginner herbalist, I don't know everything there is to know about herbs. I don't. I'm in the process of learning about the body. So, I'm learning about anatomy. And then I'm also slowly learning more about herbalism. So, I have a book on herbal medicine. So it's like women's herbal medicine. And so I have a book on that. And so I'm slowly getting through that book. And I just started taking notes on it. I've taken some notes in my anatomy book and I'm really like excited to learn. I'm slowly doing it and slowly making my way through. And I think I'll be able to do it. I'm in a process, like I will be buying a herbalist class. So it'll be like self-paced. But right now, I'm just into kind of like reading a couple of books, slowly doing it myself. Um, I think in order for anybody to become like a full-on herbalist, it literally takes people like a long time to be able to do that. Like I'm talking in like, in order to be able to give people like knowledge about herbs and stuff like that, I think you at least want to be doing it about 10 years. Now, there are people who might get out here and start being like, oh, I'm an herbalist and stuff and call themselves an herbalist. I call myself a beginner herbalist, even though like I've went out and gathered herbs and I've made tinctures and stuff. I still want to build a better relationship with the plants. I really still do. And for me, I feel like excited when I see a plant. Like I'm excited when I recognize a medicinal herb and I know their name, and I'm like, yay! I like this childlike curiosity when it comes to herbs, and I just like love herbs. So um, I am very particular when I go out and gather herbs. I isolate and make sure that particular plant is exactly what I'm looking at. I do not mess around because I do not want to touch a poisonous plant. Okay, I do not. So, being a beginner herbalist to me is really something that I like doing, and it's a process. I don't expect myself to really be really well versed in anything till about like 5 years from now. Once that happens, then I will know a lot more about herbs. But I don't know everything. I'm not going to claim to know everything, but I'm just inspired by the plants, and I like how plants like. I like how plants have the power to heal. I like how animals know how to pick herbs to heal themselves, and I like that. And I want to know how to pick herbs so that I can make remedies to help people. That's kind of my thing. I'm really excited about doing that. I use medicinal herb remedies, and they help me. They really do. And I find that it's really great that the plants offer us something, and yes, plants will talk to you, if you let them, if you have your intuition open, then they can talk to you. When I was gathering an herb, then I heard a herb. I believe it was a people call it poke salad, or call it pokeweed. I actually had an experience with the pokeweed plant. So I actually, when I was out and I was gathering some of the pokeweed plant, I actually heard the plant say something to me, and I was like, "Who said that?" Like who said that? And it was the plant. And actually, that night, I actually had a dream where that particular plant was in my dream, and it took the form of someone that I love very deeply. And the plant actually, it like actually like shared with me and bonded with me, and I found that to be super cool. And not everybody's gonna have that experience with an herb, but I did, and that's an experience like that I'll always keep with me and always have with me, and I really am really excited about that. So, this is what my experience is like with being a beginner herbalist. I'm just in the process of learning, growing, and just learning from, the plants and nature, and, learning that, the more of an herb you see, the more likely you should gather that herb, because there is going to be a need for that herb. Humanity is going to need it. And so it's important to gather it. It's like herbs kind of, and the earth kind of have a fortune telling effect, if you will. So anyway, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video about me being a beginner herbalist. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching. Bye.